Hi, my name is Kenzie. I am a mom and a wife of a commercial airline pilot, and today I'm sharing my best travel tips and strategies for flying and vacationing with a baby or toddler. My husband's a commercial airline pilot, and so we travel pretty regularly, and I've been taking this little one on commercial flights since she was just 4 months old. And I have plenty of things that I'm really excited to share with you that I pack and that I plan for to make the whole travel day and the time that we're away from home a lot easier on everyone. One thing you probably already know is that babies fly for free until they turn 2 years old. They'll be listed as a lap infant on your ticket, and just like that name implies, they'll share your seat with you. However, as soon as you get past security, I suggest you go talk to the agent at your gate where you board your flight and let them know that you're traveling with a lap infant. If the plane is not fully booked, they can let you know and move around your seat assignments so that your child will be in a seat of their own, free of charge. Even if you have a small infant, this means you can bring on their car seat and buckle them in comfortably, freeing up your lap for the flight. We've flown several flights with Brinley, always listed as a lap infant, and more often than not, she ends up getting her own seat anyways, and this is much easier to manage. If the flight is truly full and you don't have an extra seat for your baby, the gate agent will give you a tag for your car seat and stroller, which are checked for free on the plane. They take them right as you board and deliver them to you immediately after walking off the plane, so you don't have to get them at baggage claim. There are some inexpensive car seat covers that I recommend using, and I'll link them in the description below. The luggage handlers probably aren't using the same TLC that you would, and you don't want to get your car seat or stroller banged up or dirty during the transportation. You'll want to have a couple of bottles ready to go for takeoff and landing to help with your little one's ears properly adjusting to the pressure. If they're little, your main option is to nurse or bottle feed milk during the ascent and descent. Once they're past 6 months, you can allow them to have whatever drink they enjoy, but lollipops are also another option for toddler age kids. Just keeping them constantly swallowing during these times will help their ears pop easily and help them feel more comfortable. Alright, time for my favorite entertainment activities for toddlers and kids on a plane. All of these will be linked below. Entertainment really isn't something you have to think about with young infants. Until they know how to crawl, they're pretty much always content sitting with you and interacting with you from a sedentary position. It's really once they start to become more mobile and active that it takes some planning to keep them entertained while in a confined space for a prolonged period of time. I have some great products that Brinley loves, and my favorite part is keeping them a surprise for her until takeoff. Good morning. I'm packing for my family for 6 days in San Diego, and I have a few things that after a couple years of traveling with a baby and now a toddler, make travel a little bit easier. So I'm going to walk through some of those things with you. One of Brinley's favorite things to do that I love because it's reusable and mess-free are these Water Wow coloring books. You fill the tube of this paintbrush with water, which activates the color on the page to come to life. Once it dries, it goes back to black and white and it can be used over and over again. These are awesome for plane rides because she's having a great time and there's very little mess or pieces to lose. Crayola magic marker sets are also great because they don't color on skin or fabric, they only color on the special pages included. This is a travel-friendly puzzle set. There's 3 different puzzles inside, but what makes it travel-friendly is that they're magnetic. So the book itself is the giant magnet, and then each of the pieces are a magnet. That helps keep you from losing pieces on the plane, but these also take up a good chunk of time for her to figure out how to solve the puzzle and use her brain. These are called Wiki Sticks. I got mine on Amazon, but what was funny is they were actually included in the kids' lunchbox on our Alaska flight. They're basically just colorful, waxy sticks, but they're super lightweight, don't take up a ton of room in your luggage, and the kids can mold them into whatever shapes they want. The eyeglasses were a big hit with Brinley. We also aren't opposed to some screen time. We view it as a tool. We don't want to use it for the entire flight, but when we've kind of run out of activities and snacks, the tablet definitely comes in handy. Airlines do require that you use headphones. When she was younger, we would just play her Cocomelon show without any audio, and she was still mesmerized by the pictures. Now I got her a cute little toddler Bluetooth over-the-ear headphones that connect to her Fire tablet, and I don't even try to bother with the Wi-Fi in flight. I just preload a handful of shows from Netflix so we don't have to mess with internet connection or anything. Parents already know that snacks are a duh. Brinley's constantly a snacker on travel days, and we're just flexible and go with it. Airport food is so overpriced, and most of what she eats can be brought in our carry-on. Even the applesauce pouches were fine through security. We bring meat sticks, goldfish, fruit bars, applesauce pouches, gummies, and some oat bars to nibble on throughout the day and avoid paying airport prices. What I'm going to go over next are travel items that aren't for the airplane, but they are must-pack items if you're staying overnight somewhere with a baby or a toddler. My daughter specifically is a very particular sleeper. She's never been great at sleeping on the go, and she likes to have her environment dark with her sound machine on and familiar items. So these are the items that I have to pack. You're going to want a portable monitor. The audio kind are as cheap as $20. Lots of times when we travel, we'll just take an audio set, but this time we also packed a video since we'd be gone for a week and we're so used to getting to see Brinley in her crib. We pack our sound machine, a couple extra bottles with a bottle brush for cleaning, all of our diapers, although you could save space by buying them at your destination too. I like to bring my own sheets and crib bumper, as well as a couple extra blankets for Brinley. Another great find that we need with our daughter are portable blackout curtains. I got these on Amazon. They come in a carrying case and have 2 giant panels of blackout curtains that suction cup to the perimeter of each window so that they're very easy to install and take down. Like I've said, our daughter is a stubborn sleeper. She needs a dark room, and I don't know how we would have gotten her to nap every day in a bright room without these. I'll link them below. Here's a look inside the Airbnb that we rented for 6 days in San Diego. I was certain that the description listed a crib or pack and play as a feature. It's always one of the first things I check when I'm traveling with Brinley. But right before we arrived, I called to see what size sheets I needed to bring, and they said they don't have a crib available, but I could rent one from a service. It ended up costing about the same to rent the crib as it would have to check our pack and play on the airplane. They delivered the crib with the mattress to the rental home before we arrived and picked it up after we checked out. I wiped it down and replaced the sheets with my own, and I also brought our crib bumper from home since Brinley has a lot of pacifiers and stuffed animals that fall out pretty easily. It ended up working perfectly. In other situations when she was younger, we've used a pack and play with a blackout cover that goes over it. We've graduated to a blackout pop-up tent that goes over the pack and play over the summer when we went camping. I know that Slumber Pod is a popular brand, but we used a much less expensive version and it worked just as great fitting over it and blocking out daylight, so I'll link that in the description below. After several trips with each, we found that we really prefer doing a home rental rather than a hotel room with Brinley. It just allows us to have our own space after we put her down for the night, since she goes to bed around 8 p.m. and we don't want to be stuck in the same room with a sleeping baby trying to be quiet for her. Last thing I want to mention about that though is don't forget to start packing your baby's tear-free shampoo and soap in your toiletries bag, because this won't be something that a hotel or a home rental has available for you. And lastly, I say this as an anxiety-prone mama myself, try to stay as calm and relaxed as you can. Your baby will feed off of your energy, and if you feel anxious or high-strung throughout the trip because things aren't going according to plan, it's only going to make things worse. Your baby and you will get to your destination, I promise. So try to relax and lean on the flight attendants as much as you can. They love to help. Well, the majority of them do. I've found that literally any request I've had, even so much as, will you please hold my baby while I go use the restroom, they're happy to accommodate. So lean on them. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you walk away with something that you can take on your next trip with your little one. But leave me a comment if there's anything else you'd like me to cover. Thank you so much for watching.